Hello fellow book lovers, my name is Giselle and welcome to the Adventures of Giz. Today I'm going to be filming my spring book haul just because I didn't film in October or November, which means I have some books that have been piling up waiting for me to just let the world know I have them. First off, I have two books that I was sent by Jonathan Ball Publishers, which is a South African publishing and distribution place, and they sent me two books. First up we have Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare, and I really want to read this series. I finally have the last book now. I don't know anything about this other than I think it is set in Los Angeles in 2015-ish. I can't tell you exactly what happens because, like I said, I have not read this at all. I don't know anything about it other than it is set in the Shadowhunters universe, and that is all I need to know about it in order to read it. Next up we have The Redemption of Time, and it just looks like this adult sci-fi world, so if that is something you're interested in, maybe look up the series and see if this is something you would want to read. Next up we have two books that I got on sale for super cheap, and I was so happy when I got them. The first one is Seafire by Natalie C. Parker, and it looks amazing. It's got this very piratey sea adventure feel to it, and I'm very excited for that. As far as I can tell, we follow a group of female pirates. We follow their captain, I think, and it just looks like a really fun read, and I cannot wait to read this. It looks amazing, and it totally looks like I will definitely have fun reading this. From what I can tell, I feel like it's going to be really fun. The next book that I got on sale for really cheap was Escaping from Houdini by Kerry Maniscalco, and I absolutely have been loving this series. I did actually read this last week or the week before. As you can see, my little tabs are sticking out. I really have been loving the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, but I do think that this one was not as good as the first two in the series, and although this one was fun and there was a lot of drama, I don't think it was all justified. But this is not a review, this is just me telling you that I did get the book. And if you have not read Stalking Jack the Ripper, the series, it is amazing. And if you feel like an 1880s inspired murder mystery, I say 100% go out, get the books and read them because they are amazing. Next, I went on a shopping spree with my best friend, and we literally got to the shops and every single book I picked up was on sale. I did choose 3 to bring home, so these are the 3 that I bought that day. The first one is Catwoman Soul Eater by Sarah J. Maas, and if you don't know anything about me, I love Sarah J. Maas. I'm so obsessed with her and her writing and her characters, and just everything about her is amazing. And this is one of the books in the DC Icons series, and even though I don't have the rest of the series yet, when I get them I'll be really excited to just go on, jump into the series and get to all of them because they're all written by really good authors, and I'm so excited for it. Then we have Witchwood by Tahira Muffy, and I am such an idiot because I thought that this was the first book in the series. That is why I bought it instead of Furthermore, which is the actual first book in the series. I feel so stupid because Furthermore was right there and it was also on sale, and I actually picked them both up, but I decided to get the first book, and when I went back, Furthermore was gone. But I'm just an idiot and this is all my own fault. But when I get Furthermore, I'm really excited to jump into the series. From what I can tell, the main character is a go-between between the living and the dead, and I don't know much about it, so if that is incorrect, I'm so sorry. But like I said, this looks amazing and I just cannot wait to get into the series. It looks fantastic. And the last book that I got was Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. This is the second book in the Renegade series, and the first book was absolutely amazing. I loved the ending. Oh my goodness, it was awesome. But if you don't know anything about the series, in Renegades we follow a girl, and in this world that she lives in, some people are born with supernatural powers. There is a group of superheroes who are called the Renegades, and they are basically the government that run this place. Then on the other hand, we have the supervillains, and our main character was born a supervillain, and from her perspective we see how grey the ideas of good and evil can really be. I loved the first book and I'm so happy I got the second one, but I'm gonna wait until I get Supernova before I read this, because one of my friends told me that it ends on the worst cliffhanger and that I will just go completely mad if I don't read Supernova immediately afterwards. So I'm gonna try and get Supernova as soon as possible, and then I'm just going to read them both together, and I'm so excited for it. Then I was sent very kindly from the people over at Macmillian South Africa. I was sent a copy of 2 books that I really wanted, and the first one is We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal. Now, We Hunt the Flame came out this year, and it has been one of those books that everybody's been talking about and how good it is. From what I can tell, it is this Middle Eastern inspired story, and we follow a girl who disguises herself as a man, and that gave me some Mulan vibes, and I love that. And then we follow an assassin. I don't know anything else about this, and I kind of want to go in just completely unawares of what happens, because it looks amazing and I cannot wait to read it. Although it is quite a long book, so I think, like I said, I'm going to save it for December, when I'm going to sit next to the pool tanning and reading tons of books. I can already see I'm going to be so happy in December. Next up, we have a book that I was ecstatic to get, because I actually had seen so many people talk about it, but I hadn't seen the actual synopsis of the book yet. So as soon as I read the synopsis, I was just completely in love. And that book is The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg. This book definitely gives me Cinder vibes, and I love that about it. It is set in a fantasy theme park called The Kingdom, and basically there are these half human, half android princesses that are there purely to fulfill others' dreams. And when one of the princesses starts feeling human emotions, things just start going haywire. I am so excited for this. It is super short, I think it's just over 300 pages, and I'm gonna probably try and read it in one sitting because it looks amazing. And this is definitely going to be read probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks, because that is how excited I am about this. Thank you so much to Macmillian for sending me The Kingdom and We Hunt the Flame, because I'm so excited for both of these because they look amazing. The next 4 books on my list were sent to me by Jonathan Ball Publishers, and I requested 3 of the 4 that they sent me. The first book that Jonathan Ball Publishers sent me was As She Ascends by Jodie Meadows, and it looks absolutely amazing. It is the second book in the Fallen Isles trilogy, and I haven't read the first book yet, but it is on my bookshelf. In these books, we follow a fantasy world where dragons are real. Mira, the main character, she says something that she's not supposed to, or sees something she's not supposed to, and things just start going wrong for her from there. They look super good, and I cannot wait to read this trilogy. Next up is the book that I didn't request, but I'm really excited about because it looks amazing, and it is David Moho God Hunter by Suyi Davies Okungbowa. It is set in Lagos, and it looks really amazing because it kind of has this mythology. The Orisha are a Western African mythology, and we follow a demigod, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Percy Jackson, just African inspired, which is awesome. I need to read the synopsis because there is no other way for me to describe this book. Okay. Since the Orisha war that rained thousands of deities down on the streets of Lagos, David Mojo, demigod, scours Eco's dank underbelly for a living wage as a freelance god hunter. Despite pulling his biggest feat yet by capturing a high god for a renowned eco wizard, David knows his job's bad luck. He's proved right when the wizard conjures a legion of taboos, feral godling children hybrids, to seize Lagos for himself. To fix his mistake and keep Lagos standing, David teams up with his foster wizard, the High God's twin sister, and a speech-impaired Muslim teenage girl to defeat the wizard. This looks amazing. I cannot wait to read it, and I'm so happy that it was sent to me because this is actually a review copy, but the book is publishing... Yeah, the book was published in July, but I was sent one of probably their spare review copies, and it just looks amazing. I can't believe that this book has just been floating out there and I've not heard about it yet. The next book I requested was The Wicked King by Holly Black. The first book was amazing. I did read the second book, but now I have a physical copy, and it was amazing too. And I'm just so happy. In the first book, we follow a girl called Jude as she is kind of navigating her teenage years as a human in fairyland, and everything is just... it's dark and grueling, and none of the characters are good people, and it is just amazing. I adore this, so definitely excited for my reread, and I cannot wait for Queen of Nothing to come. And the last book that Jonathan Bull Publishers sent me was Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I don't know if I'm saying his surname right, but I'm trying. This book is a little bit different to his first published book, which I don't know if it was his debut or it's just the one that everyone knows, which is Perks of Being a Wallflower. This one I believe is an adult horror fantasy or just adult horror, somewhere around those lines, and it looks amazing. It is gigantic though. I was not expecting it to be this big because it is, I think, over 700 pages. And no matter how much I want to read this is going to take me forever to read, which means it will have to be put off until next year, which I think is okay just because of the sheer volume of it. But it looks amazing and I cannot wait to read it. I don't know much about this book because I didn't even want to read the synopsis yet. I just want to go into it not knowing anything, with no expectations, and just kind of be surprised. So the next 3 books, I was not even planning at all to have them, but I kind of walked into the shop just because I had some time left, and all of a sudden I was buying these 3 books at the counter, not at all what I planned to do that day. But the first 2 are book 1 and book 3, and they are Grave Mercy and Mortal Heart by Robin Lefevers. These are book 1 and book 3 in his Fair Assassins series, and I feel like this has just been one of those series which people have been recommending me for years, and I have just never gotten around to buying them or reading them. And now I have book 1 and book 3, so I just need book 2 obviously and the rest of the series. But they look great, they sound like I'm going to really love them, and I'm really excited for them. From what I can tell from the synopsis of the first book, I do believe that we have Ismay, and I always knew it was obviously about assassins because it's literally called his Fair Assassins series, like that's so simple. But it looks really fun. I cannot wait, and I don't actually have any expectations because I feel like I'll love it no matter how the books turn out, and I'm going in it, loving it already. But I guess that is an expectation, but whatever. I'm just going in it not knowing how I'm going to react, just knowing that I'm going to love it no matter what. And the other book I got that day as well was The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kirsten White. So in this, we follow a girl who is thrown out onto the streets until she is taken in by Victor Frankenstein. It's really short, looks amazing. It is just under 300 pages long. It looks amazing. I'm so excited to read it because I'm kind of in the mood for this kind of feeling, creepy-ish feeling story, and it looks really good. I've seen some really good reviews about it and I can't wait. So a part of my Magical Lit Crate rep package was a book, and it is a book that I have heard such strange things about because some people love it, some people hate it. Some people are like, this is so weird because it just takes weird turns into weird places, but I'm so excited for that because I'm all for the weirdness of books. And it is House of Salt and Sorrow by Erin A. Craig, and it looks absolutely amazing. The cover, pictures do not do the cover justice because in person it is just absolutely stunning and so detailed. It's amazing. And from what I can tell about this book, it is a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling, and I know nothing about the 12 Dancing Princesses. That's not like a fairy tale I know. So this is going to be a complete surprise. I know that the setting is quite creepy because apparently it's like this creepy manor by the sea, which is like misty and dark, and I'm so ready for this, and I'm so happy this was in my rep package. So there we have my springtime book haul, and a lot of these books were sent to me and I'm so grateful for everyone who sent them to me, from Hayley from Magical Lit Crates to Jonathan Bull Publishers and Pan Macmillan. Thank you so much everyone who sent books to me. I am so excited to read all of them. I cannot wait to get to these books because this is just an amazing haul of books. I am so excited for all of them. Thank you so much for watching my springtime book haul. If any of these books are on your TBR for the rest of the year, let me know down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and have a good day.